Hello guys and gals, and welcome back to episode 3 of Let's Play Prison Architect here on Gaming with Murel. So far we have the foundation laid out for our cell block. All the administration wing is done. Kitchen, canteen, a lot of the basics, even our nice little yard here. So what we're going to do now is try and work on the prison. Oh, that unlocked a ton of things. Okay, we're going to put visitation rights and prison maintenance as our 2 grants. And we're actually going to have to wait before doing, wait an hour and 15 minutes. So, we're going to have to wait until that is done, the extra grant research. Then we'll fire her, hire the foreman, and get working on the real, I guess, meat and bones of the prison. And let's see. I feel kind of bad leaving our little worky people not doing anything. So what we're actually going to do is build, I guess I should probably zoom in so I don't accidentally make it giant. We're going to put a little parole hearing room here. Get out of there. So this is where the parole offices will be. I'm actually going to build 2, but I won't build the second one until that's done. And then the next thing we're going to build over here, more than likely, just trying to mentally plan this. And the first commenter to say that's what planning mode is for, I will personally kick in the teeth. No, I'm not that mean. But what we're going to do here is put the common room. This is just where they're going to go and, I don't know, waste their free time. And this is also where they're going to hold a lot of the group therapy sessions with the psychologist. So close by to the common room, we're going to have the infirmary, probably like right here. And then next to it, the workshops and such. Another thing that they added that I really, really like in this recent update, Alpha 30, is the library, which means we can have a nice little safe learning environment, I guess, for our prisoners. I don't know if it does or does not affect the success rate of the education programs. In my last prison, I had a workshop safety class that had 14 people try and finish the program, and none of them passed. So I don't know if that's like a crapshoot, if that's affected by their needs. I probably could have researched it, but honestly didn't think of even looking into it until I mentioned it right now. But if you guys have any input on that, I'd love to hear it in the comments as well. Seeing as I guess I just inadvertently just accidentally turn everything into like a tutorial walkthrough. Even on videos that was just supposed to be like me just having fun. Everyone's like, hey, great tutorial. And I'm like, I talked too much again, didn't I? Oh, well, what can you do? Oh, we forgot to put an entrance into the parole room. We're just going to use regular doors for these. In here, we're probably going to have a guard anyway in both of the parole rooms. Simply because if a prisoner does not get the parole he was expecting, he may become violent. And by may become violent, I mean good possibility they will become incredibly violent. Mainly, let's be honest, because this is a maximum security prison. And most of these people are probably in here for not being particularly nice people in the first place. So we'll put the second parole room there. I think that one's a little bigger, but it doesn't rightly matter. Throw another door up here. And then check the grants. Okay, so finance is done. The accountant is no longer of any use to us, so we're gonna sack her the old-fashioned way by picking her... Oh, yeah, I guess you guys can dismantle that tree. And where is the foreman? Alright, so I am going to have a sip of coffee, and I apologize in advance. First things first, we want the clone tool. That is not in any way, shape, or form related to the grant, but we need it to really get these workmen to work. As soon as we get that clone tool, and I think that's only like, what was it? Oh, it's a 6-hour research. So that will take a little bit, but as soon as that's done, we'll start really working on the cell block that I keep talking about. Partially because as soon as we're done prison maintenance, we're going to jump right into the grant called Cell Block A, which we need... Do we actually need her for that? Huh. I believe we actually need to have the accountant. So, once we get the foreman, I guess once he's done all his bureaucratic BS, we'll fire him, get the lovely accountant back, because I wasn't thinking. But let's see... Security... Hire 10 guards... We'll leave that one for now. Staff Well-Being Initiative will probably be our third one here. And by probably be our third one, I mean it will be our third one, because I've already selected it. So, we need a couple things in the staff room for it to be a staff room. They are very important things, like drink machines. Because no workplace is truly a workplace without overcharging you for cans of pop. And we'll also throw a TV in here. We don't actually need a TV. All you need is the drink machine, the wide sofa, and then it's a staff room. But because I'm a bit of an arsehole, there's one, I believe it's visitation rights, yeah, have 2 TVs and a pool table. Normally I'd put a TV and a pool table in here, and then the common room would be like one bookshelf, a chair, and a TV. Because technically speaking, I've fulfilled all the visitation rights, but I've decided in the last couple prisons I'm going to be nice. As long as they're not killing each other with pool cues, I'll let them keep the pool table. But the second fights start happening in here, I'm going to sell it. I may put a pool table in there. I don't think the staff actually use it, but it makes me feel like a better boss. Okay, 3.5 hours till Clone starts. The Clone Wars. Now, one thing I will say about Prison Architect is it is early access. I mean, as you can see, or I guess you can't necessarily see it, but it is a very well done game, but it is alpha, I believe. Yeah, alpha 30 was the release I'm on right now. And they do quite frequently do updates. It's one of those, if you are going to buy it as an early access game, you're not going to be disappointed. It's not going to sit there and then in 3 months you get an update and then 4 months later they have a hot fix for one bug and then 4 months later the lead developer says that all the developers have left and he's hired like a high school student and the high school student's going to finish the game for him. I'm not saying that that's happened to some of my other favorite early access games, but it is a trend. We call it the Snatch and Run. let's see here. So, I guess all in all, if you're still watching this series, buy the game. Like, you've seriously watched me play, and we haven't even done anything interesting. We built a couple buildings, and I talked a lot. And you've put 45 minutes of time into it already, at least. At least, buy the game. Support the developers. I really wish I had the gif from the critic, where it's like Jay Sherman, buy my book. Buy my book. Okay, so enough small talk. Let's check. Oh, well, I suppose I don't have to check because cloning is still logged. It's not done. But an hour and a half, and I have the strangest feeling we are on single time because I wasn't even remotely thinking. So what we'll do here is we'll throw down the library, a nice big library, because I believe in reform. This is going to be a Reform-o-centric prison. This isn't just going to be an in and out. I want you to change your life. Or not. I don't know. Don't let other people tell you how to live your life. That's my advice to these prisoners. So we have, the half-finished bathroom. That's another project that we could probably have put on the go while I was waiting for the cloning tool, instead of waiting for the cloning tool and then starting a bunch of new projects that'll slow everything down. Let's see, so what we'll do here is, just so you don't have to, like, immediately look at the people taking a doo-doo when you walk into the bathroom, because, I mean, there's going to be people eating, like, right here. We'll put some walls separating the immediate field of vision. Actually, I don't think we'll have enough space to do too many of those in this one. I suppose we could have toilets there. 1, 2... well, I guess we'll do it similar to this one. You know what? This is just going to be a big-ass empty room full of toilets. Now, let's get on to what I've been talking about forever. The clone tool, you right-click, drag everything in that white box, including room designations, is going to be copied, and you can lay them out just like that. Now, due to the way that we're going to have this laid out, I am going to actually have to build one more cell by hand after designating the common room. Common room and library. And I should probably designate those two parole offices as well, because I'm like a kid in a candy store. I just get distracted so easily. Okay, so the cells that we're going to have to build by hand, let's see. We want one space for the hallway, one space for the wall. Put the cell there. Then we're going to have one space for the wall, another cell here. I know I said I was only going to build one cell. Technically, I guess if you were really lazy, you could go and just clone that cell and put it there. But we're going to do it this way. And then let's get the object. So we're going to need jail doors. We're going to need turlets. Did I just place a jail door? Oh my god. We're going to need turlets. Not jail doors. Where did the bed go? corner. Put the bed in the cell. Not in the wall. And then we will place lights. Now, it will not clone anything that is not built yet, so we do have to wait for them to finish that cell before we can really fill this area. But that is fine. So we have Pearl. I guess let's start putting the visitation grant stuff in. Oh, I am not eloquent. I think I need additional coffee to make my brain better at words. So we can fit... Darn. Let's see. I was hoping we'd be able to fit... I'm pretty sure the prisoners and, like, all the NPCs just simply phase through things. So I don't think we actually have to be worried about putting space. Putting space between the objects. I think the only thing that they physically cannot just phase through is doors and walls, which I'm fine with. So what else did we need for that? We need a pool table, 2 TVs, 5 telephones. So we're going to put a bunch of telephones in the common room. Right along here. 3, 4, 5. And then we'll probably put telephones in here. 1, 2, and we're going to leave a room, or a little space here to put a garbage bin there. That's where the guards are going to put contraband that they collect. And then next we need 1 pool table, which we will put right here. And a televisor right there. And because I'm such a nice guy, I'm also going to throw down a wide sofa, so they can sit down while they watch TV. So there we have 5,000. I'm going to wait to hire the staff we need to get the next grant. So while we do that, let's take a look at the grants we have available. Staff well-being, education. What we really need is that accountant, and I guess I didn't realize how important she was. But there we go. If I'm not mistaken, that was... No, we need prison labor as well from the foreman. That will allow our prisoners to work in the laundry room. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. God darn it. That will allow us to let them work in the laundry room, workshop, kitchen, and library. Yeah, that's all of them. I don't think they are able to garden, but that's not really a deal breaker for me. I don't honestly tend to employ many gardeners anyway, so I guess it's not the end of the world. We still need to wait another 4 hours for that. Nice. What else do we need? We have, 5 guards without duties. Oh, but I'm not going to be able to hire 5 guards because that will exceed my daily budget. So let's just go back up here and get this laid out, and then we're coming up to 20 minutes, so I'm just going to lay this out nice and quick so you guys can kind of get the idea of what's going on, and then mess it all up so I have to stop. And right-click, drag, remove. That works on pretty much everything except for the remove objects that are already built. Dismantle objects, I should say. That is the biggest pain in the world. I'm going to be honest. It really is. So we'll lay this out, and as I'm laying this out, I'm just going to plug everything I need to. Just a reminder, buy the game. If you liked what you saw, support me. Hit me up on, or subscribe on YouTube. Hit me up on Twitter at Gaming with Murel. I'm just going to extend this 2 more so I can fit a larger cell block. I misjudged, so it's going to have to be 27 by 25 in future. Remember that. And so yeah, hit me up on Twitter at Gaming with Murel. Check me out on redhotgamers.co.uk. Check out our podcast that comes out Mondays, and keep an eye on the channel Mondays because that's when Prison Architect is going to go up. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.